Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm really good. So, what's your name?
My name is Stephanie.
Well, my name's Ashish and I'm from India. Nice to
Okay.
meet
It's nice to meet you too. I am from the United States.
you. What part of United States?
I am from the Midwest. I am from Ohio.
Ohio. Uh-huh. I know about that a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So, are you on lockdown now?
Yes. Okay, so we are probably not as locked down as you are, but we are locked down for the most part.
Okay. Not entire city?
Yeah, so the state that I live in, we have social distancing in
Mm-hmm.
place where you have to stay 6 feet away from people. We have only essential
Mm-hmm.
stuff open, so things like the grocery store or the gas station or, factories and stuff. Those are still open,
Yeah.
but everything else is closed, and we're encouraged but not required to stay home. So,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
so you people still are going to the park. People are still walking around outside. People are still, just kind of moving around. And there are some people who are even going to
Mm-hmm.
the grocery store because they're bored and they don't have anything else to do. So,
And what about malls?
no,
Shopping malls? Are
those are
they open?
closed.
But you know what? Here in India, everything is locked down. We're not allowed to go for
Right,
shopping. Actually, the you know what malls that are closed
right.
totally. Whole city it's locked down. You can say it's locked in
Right.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah. There are,
But still, you have freedom to you know what meet people and go for grocery for shopping a little bit. It's really
I
cool for
mean,
you.
yes and no, because you have people who also think that the government is trying to control them. So they are blatantly
Mm-hmm.
and, just they're refusing to listen. And they're like, well, I'm going to do what I want. And I'm going to do, I'm going to go and do and see whoever I want because the government can't tell me what to do. The government's lying to us, stuff like that. I saw something.
Oh my God.
See here, I was watching the news the other day. I was watching it on YouTube, and whenever YouTube has kind of like a feed of people just making comments the entire time, and
Mm-hmm.
they people were saying like, "Oh, the state's doing this, and they're trying to make us, they're trying to take control over our lives. They're trying to ruin our lives. They're terrible people. They don't know what they're doing. They're overstepping their bounds, and they're taking control when they shouldn't." And
No, but that's not right. Actually, they're not controlling their lives. You know what? They're just saving from coronavirus. You should
yeah,
understand that.
exactly.
Because of that, you have got in United States, you have got people 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs, I guess, above 5 lakhs patient,
Um,
right?
like how many patients total? Oh,
Yeah, in United
give me
States,
one second. That's actually a good question. I haven't checked for a couple days.
I have just checked. So not yeah, yesterday it was a 5 lakhs something, I guess.
Okay.
It's a really horrible news. Yeah, you're on top.
Yes, I know that I do know. Um, we have the most of any other country.
And still people they are not listening to the government. It's
Right.
really
And you
bad.
have
It's
part of the
horrible, right?
problem in the United States is that every state does its own thing. Every state is
Mm-hmm.
different. So we have 50 states plus Washington, D.C., and every
Yeah.
state is making their own decisions when it comes to this. And because of that, not every state had shut down at the same time, and not every state has the same rules. So my state, Ohio, is doing one of the best jobs in the
Mm-hmm.
country right now as far as keeping the numbers down.
Okay.
That's because very early we closed bars and restaurants, and then we like schools
Mm-hmm.
got shut down, daycares, most jobs got shut down, and
So how many cases have you got, what in
and
Ohio City,
yeah,
Ohio
that's
State?
also another good question. Let's see here. Ohio has 6,518 confirmed cases. The entire
Oh my
United
God.
States has 587,000 cases. So, like I said, my state is actually doing a
Mm-hmm.
better job than most.
Okay. Better
Right.
than
And
others,
our
right?
curve actually is starting to flatten. It has stayed consistent for the past several days.
Oh, now your camera,
Oh,
I can't see you. Is there any
you can't
problem?
see me? Uh,
Nope,
okay.
not
I
at
can see
all.
and hear you. I'm not sure why.
All right, let's how. Okay,
Okay.
let's go further. We don't need to see each other. It's cool.
Hopefully it'll come back on.
So yeah, definitely, I guess so. So in United States, I just read about that news. It's growing, rising very fast. So in India, we have got 10,000 cases
Okay.
here, and it's not much, I guess. Yeah, and we have already supplied
Right.
medicine as well. Donald Trump asked for that. So
Yeah, Donald Trump isn't very smart. He made a comment. He made a comment like a couple of days ago about how there's no more antibiotics, but it's a virus.
exactly.
So,
Yeah, and he is totally different person. He threatened us, so you have to give us medicine. You know what? He
right,
should think about that. So we have also
right.
in here,
And the
right?
medicine that he's asking for
He
hasn't
just
even been proven to work on anything other than
exactly, keeping a little bit, little bit like close, not much like it's not
right,
totally working
right.
out,
And there are
right?
people, there were actually, this was brought to my attention yesterday by someone that, there were people who listened to
Mm-hmm.
him, who listened to Donald Trump and took medicine
Uh-huh.
that he said, it will keep you safe, it'll make you better, like shit like that. I'm sorry. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Okay, no problem.
But he said he was telling people this, and like there were 1,000 reported cases of people taking that medicine and ending up getting extremely sick,
Yeah.
hospitalized, and even dying because they listened to what was coming out of this man's mouth. So it's extremely concerning when you have leadership who has absolutely no idea what they're talking about.
It's really horrible news now. Total whole world
Right.
it's locked down now, and we don't know when we're gonna
Exactly.
get freedom.
Exactly. I think that's why most people that doubt what's going on, or most people that are
Mm-hmm.
angry, like that's why, because
Exactly.
we don't know how long it's going to take, and we don't know what exactly is going to happen.
We're getting bored living in a room, just
Right.
pack yourself inside the room. It's kind of crazy. You cannot see people, you cannot talk, you cannot take a
Right.
really fresh air. That's
Right. And a lot of people are having a very, very hard time with that. And a lot of people are very, very upset because, like you said, you can't go out and
Mhm.
do things. You can't go out and, have a normal. So this past Sunday was a holiday. It was Easter. And that's a
Uh-huh.
big
Yeah,
time for people to travel, for people to go visit their family, spend time with each other, have a big dinner, and
exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
Have
and
fun.
this
Mm-hmm.
year they just couldn't do it. They couldn't, right,
Couldn't enjoy
right.
it.
And they, what do you do? Like,
And yesterday in India, the same thing. We had a festival
right,
and we couldn't
right.
enjoy. Yeah, it's
Yes.
depressing thing. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So okay, well, so you're living with your
I
family
don't
or
live with my
alone?
family. I live with a roommate.
Mhm. Okay, and what do
This
you
is what
do
I'm
for a
doing
living?
right now, just because I don't really have any other option.
Exactly. So,
No,
and are you
I
a student?
graduated from college a little more than 5 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, and do you
Yeah,
work?
so I was an office manager up until 3 months ago. I quit that job and then I started
Mm-hmm.
doing this. So I've been doing this, like I started doing this maybe a month before things kind of got bad, which was, in retrospect, good for me because, I started working from home on my
Mm-hmm.
own and didn't have to worry about anything else. But at the same time, it's a little, you know, scary because I was thinking about looking for another job, another full-time job outside my home, and now I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if or when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that
bad
that is
news.
the bad side.
And you're exactly. And is your government providing like your helping with your foods for
So,
rent and
yeah,
whatever
so
things
most
is?
states put a freeze on things like rent payments or mortgage payments and bills. So if
Mm-hmm.
you can't,
Mm-hmm.
they've frozen it.
They
So
freeze?
like they can't kick you out of your
Okay, okay.
house if you don't pay, and they can't turn anything off if you
Uh-huh.
don't pay.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of people, um, I
All right.
haven't looked recently, but 2 weeks ago, the number of people that filed for unemployment, so the number of people who lost their jobs, was around 10 million people.
Uh-huh.
So you have lots of people who don't
Mm-hmm.
have any money coming in. And because they don't have money coming in, they can't
Yeah,
necessarily pay their bills. And if they can't pay their bills because they don't have a
exactly.
job and they can't get a job, then, it's wrong for people to
Mm-hmm.
be able to throw them out.
Yeah. So whose idea is this or whose decision is this?
Yes,
Is it
so
government
it's the
decision?
state government, not the federal government. So the federal government is the people who look over all the
I
states. So
see.
like Donald Trump and his people. And then you
Yeah.
have the state government, which is your governors and your mayors and other elected officials that run the states.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
So it's
In India, we have the same, uh, same thing. The government is providing everything, prime minister here for your food, for your job. If you like, if you're not working right now, so they are not gonna
right, right, right.
kick you out actually. Yeah, and for rent here, it's kind of
Yeah,
compliment actually. It's kind of different. Yeah,
yeah,
not exactly like you, but yeah, here also so people, room owner, they're
right,
not gonna kick you out if you don't have money. But yeah, you have to pay after completing this, after
right,
finishing this issue, then you can pay them actually after like 4 months or 2 months, whatever the month
right.
you're not paying, you
Right.
have
Well,
to
at the
pay.
very end, it's the same thing
Yeah, when you
here,
get.
where at the very end of everything, they'll tell you you owe us this much,
Mm-hmm.
and that's for everything you hadn't paid, and you have to pay that up as soon as they say pay us, whenever this is all done. So it's not like you're not going to have to pay. It's more of you're just kind of pushing it off, and then they're going to ask for it all at the very end.
Exactly. So they are not gonna kick you out,
Right.
but yeah, you have to pay when this thing is gonna be, get
Right.
rid of that. So then after that, once you'll get job or once you'll get money, you
Right.
have to pay
Exactly.
them back, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. And what about food? So are you getting free food or just you have
You
to
have
buy,
to not
you have
only
to
buy your
pay
own
for
food,
that?
but you have to go to the grocery store yourself. I do.
Where do
So,
you go
like,
to?
the last time I went was probably about a week and a half ago. It was not yesterday, but a week ago
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, and I'm not going again until Thursday. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. What was
Is there
that?
foundation for that? Is there any foundation you have to go in a week
No, there are
or
some people who
after a
go
week?
every single day, which I think is crazy. I
Oh my
try and go once every
God.
week and a half, 2 weeks. That way, I don't have to go outside so often. I'm already going to be outside of my house for one thing on Thursday, so I figured if I'm going to be out, I'm going to go and do everything I have to and then come home, so I don't have to leave again.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Actually, you're just
Right,
saving
right.
yourself. It's really cool. Yeah, we're doing the same thing. Once you know what, if we go out, then we'll just buy food for a week
Mm-hmm.
or maybe for 10 days. Then we just what
Right.
buy for that time of period food, and
Right.
then we
And
just
what's
pack
really nice
ourselves
is
inside.
like for me and my roommate, we have like staples. We have dry
Mm-hmm.
things like flour and rice and like canned stuff. So like beans and some fruit and some vegetables. So the only thing that I really go out and get when I do go is like some milk and some like eggs. So cold things.
Daily
So
items.
things like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah,
cannot store milk.
exactly. So yeah, when I go to the grocery store on Thursday, I'm only going to get maybe some fresh fruits and vegetables, some milk, and some eggs, and that's it. And then I'm gonna come home and then I'll
Mhm.
be good for like 2 weeks.
And when you go
Yes,
out, do
I
you wear mask?
actually the last time that I went to the grocery,
Is it
it's
compulsory,
not
necessary?
required, but they tell you to. So like for me, the last time I went out to the grocery store, I wore a mask and I had people look at me like I was crazy. So um yeah, it was interesting.
But in India, if you are not wearing mask and you're outside, police
Really?
is gonna beat you. Yeah,
That,
yeah, it's horrible. So whenever you're going out to wear mask, you should be
right.
carry a sanitizer with you.
Okay.
Then you can go out. Yeah. Then they're not gonna touch you. If you are not wearing, if you don't have sanitizer,
Yeah.
they're gonna kick you. You know what?
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Here, yeah, like I said, it's not required. And really, the only people who aren't doing it are the ones that
Mm-hmm.
don't believe it's a problem, anyways. So they're already, a problem.
Mm-hmm. Some people are
Very,
there is stubborn,
right.
stubborn, right? So they don't, you know what? Yeah, they don't care about anything. They just say, "Oh, oh my God,
Right.
it's
Right.
totally,
Right.
bullshit. I don't
Exactly. They
care."
just they just don't. They're like right now it's important that we don't think about ourselves and what we want because it's about the people that we care about and it's about our friends and our family. It's not just us, it's everybody. And if we want to keep everybody safe and healthy, we have to
Exactly.
remember that. We have to be kind and
Exactly. Yeah. We have to do the instruction. You know what? We need to really
right.
save our lives and others as well. So we have to wear
Right.
mask and whatever the thing, sanitizer. Because of that, you have seen in USA, you have got
Exactly.
lots of cases in USA.